What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time here. It's going to be one of those videos that probably won't be all that popular, that will probably draw some criticism, and that's okay because I try to make my videos based on reality and not trying to win, public opinion, because I want to help the people who are actually preparing and are actually getting off their ass and actually doing something. A lot of your neighbors, a lot of your family, a lot of your friends, we've been talking to those people. I know I have. I'm sure you have too. Trying to purvey the gravity of the situation that we're in here in the United States and the world. And trying to tell those people what's coming. Trying to explain why they need to prepare. And unfortunately, most won't heed the warning. Most people will not prepare at all. They will look at you like you're some kind of conspiracy theorist or some kind of a lunatic, and they'll do nothing. Mainly because they're lazy. And they hear the mainstream media, which is a propaganda arm of the CIA and the deep state and the federal government, telling them that's going to be okay. It's going to be starvation, somewhere else. It's going to be in a third world country. Here in the U.S., we might have to pay a little bit higher gas prices, or you might have a few disruptions here and there, but it's going to be okay here in the U.S. And they want to believe that, because to believe otherwise would mean they'd have to get off their rear end and actually prep and do something. So, the more you talk, the less they listen, it seems, and they don't want to do anything. And they actually follow it back in their mind that you are prepping. And they say, why should I prep for? Because, something does happen. And I'll show up at MD's house, or I'll show up at your house and just ask for help, and you'll give me help. Or if you don't, then I'll just take it. And that's the mindset people has right now, and it's always been that way. But before, you could see why people thought that everything might be okay, because everything was a lot better a few years ago. It keeps getting worse and worse. And people are still living in that fantasy, and they think nothing's going to happen. They think there's no need to prepare, and if something did happen, or something does happen, then they will come to your house. And a lot of preppers, unfortunately, are going to have to make some hard decisions. This is one of the things, like I said, isn't going to be all that popular, because a lot of people, most people, it's human nature to help their neighbor, to look out for their friends and their family. However, when the store shelves are run empty and there's nothing for you to buy, and you have your stockpile, and that's all you have, and you have to rely on that to feed you and your family, and your neighbors come, your family members come, your friends come who have it prepped, who you've talked to until you're blue in the face to get those people to prep, and they come to your house wanting help. What do you do? And in that situation, if you have to give your food to others, your supplies to others that you put back, then you're going to limit your family. You're going to limit your own survival. And the more people you help, the worse that's going to become. So you have to make some hard decisions. Are you going to actually help people who haven't prepared, people you've told and warned who haven't done anything? Are you going to help them and limit your family and decrease your own family's survival to help people who refuse to prepare? Hard decisions are going to be made, guys. And in my opinion, survival is going to be looking after number one. Number one is going to be you and your family. If helping your neighbors, if helping your friends who hasn't prepared, if helping your family who hasn't prepared is going to hurt you or decrease your chances of survival, then those hard decisions are going to be made, guys. And you're going to have to turn them away and say no. But unfortunately, you have something, they're going to be back. They're going to bring more family members with them. They're going to bring more friends. They're going to bring more neighbors and demand that you help. And they might even go to the local police to tell them you have a stockpile, depending on how bad things get. And that police could come to your house to take what you have, to redistribute your stockpile to your friends, to your former friends and family and neighbors, because they know you have something and they want what you have. During those type of situations, especially, if there's been a declared state of emergency, then the government, the police enforcers of the government, can come and take what you have by force if necessary. So it's going to be some hard decisions, guys, and if things get really, really bad, it's going to be difficult to survive, because people will do whatever to keep themselves fed, besides actually prepping right now when they can, unfortunately. So those decisions have to be made. The number one decision you have to make right now is, will you help? Will you put your own self and your own survival and your family's survival in jeopardy to help others who refuse to prep? And if we had unlimited stockpiles put back, unlimited funds to prep with, and could actually help without putting our own selves, in risk, then it'd be fine to help. However, we don't have, none of us have, or I know I sure don't have, unlimited funds to prep with. So survival's going to be difficult, just for me and the people I love, and it's going to be here with me. It's going to be difficult. If I try to help others who haven't prepared, I put myself and my family in jeopardy. So you've got to make decisions, guys. And in my opinion, survival is looking after number one. Number one should be you and your immediate family or your group. The people who have prepared, the people who have done for themselves, are going to be at a disadvantage, because the much larger majority of people who haven't done anything. And you have to have plans for when your neighbors come, when your friends come, for when your family come, looking for that handout. What are you going to do? How are you going to react? And what are you going to do when you turn them away and they know you have something, and they go get more neighbors, more family, more friends, the local police to come and take what you have? Hard decisions, guys. I hope that it doesn't get that bad, but it looks like it's going to. And it's all by design. And I've talked about this before, that it's all planned, it's all orchestrated to bring the United States down to, a third world country. That's why the border's wide open. That's why they're letting everyone come across the border, because they're bringing the third world here. It's the cloud and pivot strategy. They're collapsing the United States. So there's going to be some definite tough times ahead, and some even tougher decisions to be made. But you need to think about it now and decide what you're going to do, how you're going to react, what your plan is going to be if this happens, if that happens, and have backup plans. Guys, prepping ain't easy, and tough decisions to be made. Anyways, don't you think in the comments below, have you thought about this? Do you have contingency plans in place to protect yourself and your family? When your neighbors, when your friends, when your family, who haven't prepped, who you've talked to about prepping, who you've begged, pleaded with, try to get them to prep, when they come asking you for that handout or demanding what you have, what are you going to do? What's going to be your response? What's going to be your reaction? It's definitely a critical thing to think about, and when you need to get squared away in your mind right now. Anyways, guys, if you haven't bought my book yet, Purpose Guide to Surviving and Really Know It, Gear, Skills, and Related Know-How, check it out at Amazon.com, link in the description box below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. It's really appreciated, guys. It helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore. I'm out of here. I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.